Hello, everybody, and welcome to Soapbox Heroes Go to the Movies. I am your host, Travis McKeithen.
I am your host, Eric Olson.
And I'm your host, Jamie Goulding.
And today we're going to try something a little bit different, in the vein, in the spirit, in the love of other silly commentators to movies. We are going to take a public domain movie and make it better. I believe it's going to be made considerably better, honestly. I'm pretty sure this movie does not use the word cunt or fuckstick.
Oh, come on, this is D.O.A, Dead on Arrival. This is a 1950s classic that defines noir.
I am probably going to grow to despise you, sir, for making me watch this, because a little bit that I've seen so far, I am not intoxicated enough.
Well,
but
then maybe you need to be.
I definitely do. I need about 2 more bottles of something, because I'm a fat person of Irish descent. But okay, without further ado, let's start the movie. All right, so D.O.A. I'm probably really going to despise you for making me watch this, but on with the show.
And the title screen up front, no foreplay whatsoever.
Edmund O'Brien, isn't he a porn star? The first guy with 2 thumbs up his ass?
You obviously know better than Jamie or I.
I know, but I'm pretty sure that was Beverly Campbell.
Beverly Campbell, well known for her ostrich fucking. Yes. Let's see here. Long Corridor, Cops, Harry M. Popkin. That is definitely a porn star.
I love that you
So
actually
far.
popped there when you said his name.
Well, you have to. It's Popkin. So Russell Rouse and Clarence Green. They sound like a couple of lovely, lovely gay gentlemen who wrote this movie. This is a long fucking hallway. We really need to get to the point in time where there's George Jets and shit going on. This was probably right around the same time, give or take 20 years. All this walking, it just really feels unnecessary.
We're getting through the credits, son. We have to have a nice long shot for that.
And produced by Leo C. Popkins.
Son, back in my day, we had to walk uphill and back around again through the credits.
What do we got here?
And we'll use up half the film doing it in one take.
I wonder if that's the homicide division.
Is it room 44?
No, it looks like the Etamechiherkovet. That's what I read.
Can I help you? I'd like to see the man in charge.
And his big black cock.
This is the 1940s. There were no black chiefs at this time.
Are you saying a white man can't have a black cock, you racist fuck?
Sit down.
I'm saying it's a little unheard of.
No. Obviously, you haven't been to the corners of the internet I have.
San Francisco.
And that's the exact opposite racism claim I was going to expect from you. That I was insinuating that black people can't be police chiefs, and you went in the exact opposite direction.
For anybody who gives a shit, that guy just said that he wants to investigate a murder of himself. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't have very much time.
Way to spoil the plot, Travis.
Bigelow?
No, I literally watched about this much before we started this.
Answer the
Everything else from here is total surprise, and more than likely disappointment.
Tell him we found Frank Bigelow.
If you expect disappointment, it shall be disappointment.
That's why I'm here to make this better. They obviously couldn't do it back in 1939, I believe.
1949.
Semantics.
I live in a little town.
Sometime before I was born, so it doesn't really matter. Because I only exist in this time and place, and nothing else exists before and or after me.
Do if you have
I've got a
spinny
golden
whirlpool
ticket.
vision.
It was a fucking black and white cutscene from Willy Wonka.
Copy of Miss Hollis's 48 tax return, will you? Oh,
Miss Holly is
you better get
what?
the 47 too.
Yes, Mr. Bigelow.
This is just what females were like back in the
His name
40s,
is
just
Mr.
like-
Bigelow. I love that.
I remember you said we could include it all this year.
Sure we can.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah, well.
Look at that slut with her low-cut dress.
Before he can give me my loan. Hello, Kitty.
I will.
You can almost see the
leaving
top of
San
her
Francisco
boob.
Today, but I'll be back in about a week.
Oh my
I'll
god,
split
check
hard
out
enough.
the ankles on her.
I've seen him worse.
Well, have a nice time.
I don't know. I like the
Yeah,
fat
thanks.
slobbery guy back in the
Why don't you
back.
come down to the place and let me give you another
You
perm
would.
hair? Makes your hair so much easier
Yep.
to manage in all this heat.
I can't afford it right now. Maybe next
They're
time.
talking about
Here it
lesbian
is. No, we
stuff.
didn't take it. Well, we can do it.
I love how one of the first things the
work it
girls
out
talk
any way
about
you
is
think
how to
fit.
manage each other's
What
hair.
a nice chip, Frank.
Sure,
Can
Kitty.
they think
See
of
what I
anything
can
other
say.
than that?
Bon voyage. Why don't you come down?
Oh,
anyway?
they almost
We'll,
kissed. They almost
work
kissed.
out a deal on that permanent.
Thanks. Maybe
That
I'll
was an
go-
almost kiss.
I still hadn't seen a tit or a butt cheek yet.
Hello?
Very
hello,
upset.
Mr. Hawkins. Just a moment. Do you want him to send your ticket over?
No, I'll pick it up myself.
No, never mind. Mr. Bigelow will pick
No,
it up.
I've already got my
Bye.
ticket to the Suck and Fuck, 8 p.m. on Broadway.
I want to go with you, Frank.
Now, Paul, I'm just going on a little vacation. You know that?
You want to go without me, don't you?
Be gone just a week.
Yeah, you're kind of
Suppose
annoying,
you just
so
made up your mind to take
go
this little
away.
Vacation at 9 o'clock this morning?
You're not a 12-year-old Asian boy, so I have no interest in you.
I guess I forgot.
Oh, you forgot.
Paula, don't be like that.
Don't be like what? You just drop a little announcement that you're going away. Not tomorrow or next
A
week or
raving
next month,
cunt.
but today. No explanations, nothing. And I'm supposed to swallow the excuse that you need a little vacation.
You're going to swallow it all right, bitch.
Days, that's all.
Get away from this town and away
Travis.
from me.
That is awful of you, sir.
Understand.
How can
These
you ask me
that
to
was
understand
totally
anything like
normal
this?
back then.
No,
I'm
sorry,
role
but I
playing.
don't understand.
Slap her. That's the only way she'll
Go
understand.
to San Francisco, but don't expect me to be waiting for you when you get back.
Disappoint. If we're going to watch something this old, I at least want to see some really horrible chauvinistic attitudes.
They,
That fucking
you will
bitch.
see them, I promise. They are there.
All I see is two chicks talking about permanents, not showing boobs,
Come on, turn
and this chick being mouthy.
No, see,
Bitch.
she's not giving any
Slap
healthy.
her. Slap her. Oh,
Why do you do
knock out
this?
some of those teeth.
Why can't you be honest with me? As honest as I am with you? Do you have to go?
I have to go, Paul. I know what I'm doing.
All right, go. Go anywhere you like. You can go to blazes for all I care.
Oh, she didn't.
Yes, she did, girlfriend.
Yes, I know. I'm being foolish.
She's on the rag.
She is shifting through moods like a woman goes through clothes.
Or, like a bad 40s actress.
Come on, fix your face. We'll go down to Eddie's and have a drink.
All right, why not?
Did they have her hypnol back then? Because I'd really want to shut this bitch up.
Hi, Paula. Hi, Eddie. Give us a couple of cold beers, will you? Coming up. Hi. Come on.
I hate that in every movie. Give me a beer. What kind of beer, asshole?
What a relief.
Oh, I'm not willing to make any sponsorship advertisements, so I'm not going to let you know.
It'd make working a pleasure.
Whoever says this hot dog
Give
bottle going
me
in,
an beer.
I win 2 races today.
And 100 beers.
You would have to ask that. Kind of early for you two, ain't it?
Too hot to work.
That's what I like to hear.
Although in their defense, if you go to like a public McSorley's out in New York, they have only 2 types of beer on tap, and it's theirs. So I'm willing to bet that there were a handful of places like that in a handful of cities where they just had 1 beer and it was theirs.
How do
What was
you know
Prohibition in
this
the
shit?
20s?
Me with you, won't you?
Prohibition was in the
won't
20s,
you?
so this is
Okay.
set well after that, I
Or am I
think.
crowding you?
Could be. This could be a period
What do you mean
piece.
crowding me?
Maybe you do need this week away alone.
She constantly has a I gotta take a shit
I
look
know
on her
what's going
face.
on inside of you, Frank. You're just like any other man.
That would be the roofies.
You have a feeling of
I'm blaming her mascara for that.
You don't know whether or not you like it.
Yeah, she obviously
Look,
jabbed
boy.
herself in both fucking eyes.
I'm going to be honest with you. I care too much for you not to be honest with you. I'm as much concerned for your happiness as I am for my own.
So, the game here is to offend as many people as possible, right?
People, Paula.
Well, we've alienated the women folk, that's for fuck's sure.
Oh, this movie's still got another hour left, or more. I'm sure we'll find more than enough people. I can almost guarantee there's going to be something heavily racist in this. And I'm waiting.
Travis, you've already incorporated it multiple times.
I haven't done anything racist
Got a couple of
yet.
nickels, Eddie? Yeah.
He's been completely misogynistic, so he's covered that base.
Come in for half an hour.
Yep.
Whatever
Nobody's
happened?
safe.
Whatever happened to coffee and pie? That's such a great tradition.
I think they're both used for enemas now. I don't think anybody else
By now we'd be married.
uses them orally anymore.
No, I'm not going to crowd you anymore, Frank. Go to San Francisco. I don't like it, but I'm convinced that you must go.
I see he already gave her a pearl necklace.
Sure, Frank. If it's right, and I believe it
I
is,
see what you
we'll
did
have
there. I
something
see it.
really wonderful together. If it
Here.
isn't,
See it my way.
we should both
Pearl
go as
necklace.
soon as possible.
You convinced? Oh, yes.
So you see, even if I could stop you, I wouldn't do it now.
I think I finally decided why the ozone layer is depleting. These bitches must have used 4 cans of hairspray to keep their hair like that. It just doesn't fucking move.
Could we maybe refer to people of the female persuasion as ladies? Women?
Eh.
Dames? Dames,
What is-
even.
Yes!
What does this bitch ever do for me?
Yes, sir. My name is Bigelow. I have a reservation. Yes, sir.
I'm going to keep on giggling at the name Bigelow throughout this whole thing. I don't know why.
Because he's just a Bigelow, that's why.
I have a reservation. I have
If you
it,
watched
sir.
the
It's very
movie
nice
that I
room on
wanted
the
to watch, there was a
sixth
guy
floor,
named
facing the bay.
Gaylord.
Boy, this might
That's
help you
funny,
enjoy your
too.
stay, Mr. Bigelow. It's a little booklet on how to have fun in San Francisco.
Great bathhouses. That's on every page.
Was he just fucking, like, hinting at something?
Market week, and it's the
Yeah.
last
Oh,
day,
he's
too.
he's giving the look.
The
Always
Suck and
around
Fuck over
to
on
me.
Broadway. Appointment at 8 p.m.
517? Thank you.
Did they really just do
Here's a
that
message for you,
sound?
Mr. Bigelow.
What
Long
was
distance call
that?
came in about an hour ago
Woo,
from-
woo, it's a woman. She has titties. We're going to make an obnoxious sound.
The cat call actually originates from the days of vaudeville. And what would happen is that you would have the Hello Nurse scad, where a young female would come in dressed in a nurse's uniform
Are you
and
fucking serious? I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir, but this is really putting me... What is going on here?
They had to let us know that the women, in fact, were hot by making a sound effect.
Okay. Like modern
it's
advertising does
the
now with
wolf
Photoshop.
whistle. It originates from the days of vaudeville.
Anything else, Mr. Bigelow? Oh, yes, you can get me a
Gotcha.
dry Manhattan and packs of razor blades. Yes, sir. Thank you.
And a wet pussy.
Oh, and you can leave that door open.
Bring me some of those lady boys.
Hello, operator. I want to speak to Miss Paula Gibson in Banning, California. Yeah, that's right. No, I'll wait.
That's right, bitch.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
heard me.
That's right. You heard me.
Hello?
Oh my god, for a moment there she was translucent. I'm pretty sure he killed her and she's a ghost and she doesn't
I
know.
don't know. I just got in.
Now, this is some dirty-ass celluloid. I'll go with B.
What was that?
Market week. The place is
The
crawling
lighting
with
was
traffic sales.
miserable for these things as well.
Found out that you went away.
Let's just blind them with light so they
Oh,
can't
really?
open their eyes all the way.
I'm considering
Modern
it.
motion picture lighting.
I'll have you know that this call is strictly business, Mr. Bigelow.
Look, if it doesn't have
Mr.
sock
Phillips phoned
puppets
you,
in,
Phillips,
doesn't
Los
mean that
Angeles.
it's bad.
He will. He phoned the office 3 times today. Said that he wanted to get
Doesn't
in touch
mean
with
it's
you
good
immediately.
either.
He said it's most urgent and imperative that he reach you at once.
1v1.
I don't know. They sounded deep, dark, and
I wonder if there's any porn in the public domain.
Phillips, have we...
I
wouldn't
we
be
ever done
shocked.
business with him?
Not unless you've been keeping it a secret from me.
Actually, there were some made back in the 20s. Research to be done later.
Why did you tell him you could reach me here? You know I'm supposed
I
to be
mean,
on vacation.
not every porn producer can hold
And
on
so
to
I
their
told him,
copyrights,
dear heart.
right?
But the gentleman didn't seem
Better
to
than
expect
George
something
Romero
unusual,
can,
the way I did.
obviously.
He was very insistent
That was a
speak
sick
to you
burn
before
if you
it's too
didn't
late, as he
realize,
put it.
because George Romero's Night of the Living Dead has lost its copyright because of bad
He won't
paperwork.
talk to me.
Dope.
I told him that I
Wait,
was your
did you say
confidential
because of
secretary,
bad
and I had nothing
people?
confidential enough.
Bad
No.
paperwork.
I'm not
Oh,
being racist
I was
at
just
the moment.
picturing, like, back people holding a secret conspiracy against Romero, following him around the city streets, like, pushing shopping carts in front of him.
And Frank,
No, that's the lizard people run by Obama.
I don't quite know how to say this.
Say what?
Mmm,
But
sippy
what I want
cup.
to say is that there's nothing you can do that you ever have to feel guilty about.
So she just gave him permission to fuck any and every little boy in San Francisco. That's horrible. Sue or Paula. Paula, goddamn it, your morals are loose, just like your asshole.
I'll call you tomorrow. I gotta find some dames to bang. I got one on hand. She's right across the hall.
Yeah, what's up with the bitches in the background just doing the Charleston for no apparent reason? We leave our hotel rooms open. And
It was
so we can dance.
1949. Everyone was doing the Charleston for no reason. There was no internet. There was nothing else to do but the Charleston.
There was still masturbation.
And between that was the Charleston.
Just put it there.
Yeah. Overrated.
You can keep the change.
Thanks very much. Say, how long is this?
He didn't give them money. They just
Madhouse all
pantomimed
week.
it.
But they check out tomorrow.
Boo.
Oh?
I thought you were with them.
Money wasn't
No,
in the
I'm just
budget
here on a
for
vacation.
some reason.
Why does everybody come to San
I'm not
Francisco and tell us?
surprised. Why does everybody come to San Francisco for what?
Say,
That's
I'm
a different
awfully
story than
sorry
what
to
I've
bother,
heard.
but, would you mind if I use your telephone?
No, go right ahead.
I just have to call some sex phone operators.
He's been on it for a half hour.
Where's your cell phone, motherfucker?
Yeah.
You're untrustworthy.
Yeah, this movie makes no sense without cell phones. What happened to cell phones?
They were underground, okay? They can't make phone calls because they're underground. You played Fallout, right?
Bourbon and 2 scotch.
Oh,
and some more ice, too.
No, I uninstalled Watch Dogs.
You here all alone?
Yes, I just got in town.
Well, why don't you
Was
join
that a
us for
joke?
drink?
It was an attempt at one that
Okay.
that whole thing went nuclear, but it kind of fell flat.
You were the boys entertaining some fires. You know, the usual thing. Few
Okay.
drinks,
Like
some
your
laughs.
sister.
It's no party. Come on.
I'll put a laugh track in for you, Eric. Don't worry.
I know what it's like to be all alone in a strange
All right, good deal.
I'm Sam Haskell.
I'm Frank Bigelow.
Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Again. A fucking again. Let's guess. Another one's coming up.
Oh God, if I'd realized that was going to happen, I would have said, let's record this on a Friday so I could drink a shot every single time they did that.
You'd be fucking dead. We'd all be dead. And might be better for it.
You don't think I believe him, Elaine? Well, he spread that from coast to coast. But it's good for my morale anyway.
I'm George Cantwell. Glad to know you, Mr.
Bigelow.
Everyone here is overly enthusiastic to meet you,
He's not
sir.
here on business. Oh, well,
Why don't
You
get the man
motherfucker, you
drunk
hit me
before he dies?
again, and I'll slug you one in the nose.
permit it. Of course, Mr. Wallace.
Travis, you're killing me.
But, Mr. Wallace, I'll need at least a week in Cleveland to visit all my accounts. I can't figure on being in Philadelphia until the 17th. Eddie, will you get off the phone? How much will it meet Frank Bigelow?
I'm glad that mustache went out of style. It's only for pedophiles now. He could have been a pedophile back then, though. I'll go to Wikipedia.
I don't know. He doesn't have the hair of a pedophile. If it was like a mullet, I would say yes.
Was there a mullet back in
I
the
don't know.
1940s?
I've known some pedophiles with some rather spiffy hair. I mean, lots of them look like Santa Claus, but still.
When you say you know other people,
No. I know of people.
But I'm kind of
oh,
rusty.
Anything would be an improvement.
did you just say pederasty?
you like that?
Well, there goes.
So NSA, if you're listening in, Jamie did not just confess to pedophilia.
I did not know.
Oh, my wife, she's a good dancer, isn't she, Bigelow?
It doesn't-
White people dancing has no cock grinding. I'm so disinterested.
I thought you were going to show us a good time tonight. Is this doing the town? That's right. We practically bankrupt our stores to buy everything you've got. Then you
Okay,
keep
now
us
she
in
really
hotel
looks like she has something up her
rooms.
ass.
I agree. This is my last night.
She
to
probably
Hollywood. I go
does.
back to being a dutiful housewife.
Well, it looks like we're stuck, boys. This is where we
What the
go
hell
all
is that
in one
suit?
night.
I don't know. I'll
So-
probably wear it.
Oh, no.
They have trapped these women in a locked room, plied them with drugs and alcohol, and are going to rape
I'm
them.
going to hang on to it.
Nope, they're going to the second fuck at 8 p.m.
Well, there's your
Oh, look, a
racism,
black
Travis.
man. It's not necessarily racist yet. It's about to be, though.
Let's just let the racism happen as it may.
As God
Harvey in the
intended.
background playing drums, trying to tell people how to have their relationships when he's had 3 divorces. Now, this must be one of them there black jazz clubs where they do the cocaine. Look at the white people. It's so cute. Oh. This is an area where I'm going to bite my tongue. because for the future of my career as an entertainer online, there are certain things I don't want to be recorded.
Like
And
half of the
misogyny's not
shit
one of
you
them.
say?
No, women don't have any important jobs, so I'm not worried about that. If it wasn't established before, I'm the asshole of the podcast. Hi, I'm Travis.
This isn't a podcast, Travis. We're watching a
Sure it
movie.
is. Whatever. Same thing, we're talking. Jive on a life preserver? Yeah, he's on coke. That looks taxing.
Ah!
Oh my god! What type of nightmare fuel was that?
Cocaine?
There's definitely a lot of cocaine going on here.
Are there instruments laced with it?
I guess they're made of it, I believe.
No, they just sprayed it as a fine mist into the air.
I think you've had enough.
There's a mosh pit at a jazz club. Oh, please tell me that's an ascot. Please tell me that's an ascot. That's probably a scarf.
What'll it be?
Bourbon and water, no ice. Nice, quiet place you got here.
Wait till they hit the pitch in about an hour. That's when they really go out of their minds.
Who's the blonde?
Oh, she's one of the chicks that hangs around here. She's jive crazy.
Come again?
Oh, you ain't
She
likes
likes
the
crazy?
black
crazy
dick.
means that she goes for this stuff. Just between you and me, I don't get it either, but I gotta listen to it. They're all connoisseurs, music lovers. Me, I like Guy Lombardo.
What's the matter with him?
Ah, he's flipped. The music's driving him crazy. Come down, Jack. Oh, don't buy me, man. I'm being enlightened.
What the fuck did he say?
Oh, sure, society. She always.
It
comes
sounded like
along.
I'm being
Drives a big
enlightened.
convertible, wears a mink coat,
I
but knows
do
everybody.
believe
She always
so.
comes in alone.
And he had a look on his face like he's on angel dust.
Probably.
Give me another glass, Leo.
What's your story?
No alcohol, just another glass. I like holding it. Look like a bitch.
The face looks like a stiletto.
Hello?
Easy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really silk, isn't it?
Her chin, it could probably be an ice
Give me a
pick.
glass, Leo.
Leo?
I mean, that's a face you could walk in.
She couldn't even blow me. She bought him out with her chin.
My
Why
name's
is this
Jean.
guy wearing a lei in a jazz club?
I've never seen you here before, Frank.
Well, I've never been here.
Yes. Why isn't he in blackface?
I didn't say that.
I thought it was traditional.
Well, sure it is. You saw me pour it.
Give me a fresh drink.
Oh, so somebody's roofing him.
Oh, listen to that piano.
I think he's just roofing a whole bunch of people,
You don't get your kicks out.
and then he'll take his pick of the litter at nighttime.
Why do you stay
Well, he
here?
must be able to do it through across centuries,
But I know
because
you're lonely in a big city.
whatchamacallit, I'm wet.
Well, you don't have to go into a routine with me. I like good company, too.
Hello.
She's a tramp.
Say, there's some people there I want to avoid. Couldn't we get out of
The blacks.
Oh
Let me think about it.
God.
Oh, come on. How about going somewhere?
I
no!
didn't say it, he did.
Okay, so we can never release this.
Look, I'm not being racist. I am just pretending to be of the time. This is before MLK. This stuff happened.
Call me at that number later. It's my next
I'm an
stop.
educator, if nothing else.
They've got a band there that'll really send you.
See you.
Yeah, I'm getting enlightened.
I think you have to do cocaine before you can say that line.
I'm fresh out.
The fisherman. I can see that being a metaphor for butt sex.
Or, you know, this is where the whole movie turns into a Lovecraftian nightmare.
Never mind, operator.
He is just fucking wasting that operator's time.
Ooh. Her light's going to be burning for him.
Yeah, there was syphilis back then. Yeah, probably other parts are burning. A little bit itchy.
It did take a little... It took a little... Too little convincing to get her to keep him company.
That's great. Misogyny. Alive and well.
Well, you keep resuscitating it every 5 minutes here.
Yeah, you know. One of these days, women are going to realize they ain't real people.
Oh my god, you can't say that sort of thing.
I think people expect it from me by now.
Right, expect. That's not exactly the same as desire.
You know. I'm sure there's quite a few misogynists out there that find me quite appealing.
I don't want them listening to me.
How dare you? How dare you turn away a possible audience member?
Room service, please.
Please, misogynist, just go away. I don't want you.
Come in.
I'll
Eric
take
said
you.
you can call him anytime. His phone number is 732-847-3892.
Whose phone
God.
number is that?
I have no idea, but somebody's going to find out.
Oh, God.
I have Skype.
Thank you, sir.
I don't even know if
No,
that's
thank you, that's all.
what a real number. It was just numbers that came to my head. Dun dun dun.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Did you piss in my
Take this
fucking
away.
soda?
Is there anything wrong, sir?
No, just take it away. I don't even want to look at it.
Are you all right, sir?
Yeah, sure. All right, I just had too big a night, I guess, that's all.
Yeah, about to have a huge shit, I
Fresh
guess.
air.
Of course. Thank you, sir.
Upset, nausea, indigestion. Oh, heartburn, nausea, indigestion. Upset stomach, diarrhea.
I shouldn't have had that curry.
They didn't trust brown people at all back then, so I highly doubt they had that many Indian food places. More walking. It's turned into the fucking Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings with significantly more fedoras.
Wow, I had no idea there was this much walking in this film.
I wonder where the hospital's at. Maybe it's at the medical building.
Nah. Sounds misleading.
Lungs in good condition.
You have two
Blood pressure
fucking
normal.
spinal cords.
What
You have
the
a
fuck?
problem.
It's a good
You
thing.
have a
Is that
huge
X-ray?
fucking problem.
Doctor's out of business.
I'm glad to hear
That's
it,
the
Doctor.
alien
have cancer
creature
now.
inside
Little
him.
bellyache worry you. Could be just the change.
Who the
Considering
hell-
X-ray technology was really shit back in the day, you have all kinds of
feeling.
cancer now that
Maybe it
we've
was
done
the
your
drinks I had
X-ray.
last night. I might have mixed
What
it
is
too much.
in his
Let's have
back?
another look at that throat.
Maybe it's a huge cock. It looks like he took a horse cock and it kind of just
You may
wrapped up
finish
around the
dressing now,
spinal
Mr.
cord.
Bigelow.
Maybe it was one of
Seriously,
those,
results
like,
of those tests
3-4 feet, like, double-ended dildos. And he got it all the way in there, and then he couldn't get it out.
He didn't try hard enough.
Seriously, no one in the props department, got questioned by the rest of the production? Just like, what the fuck is on this thing?
Bigelow, this is Dr. Schaefer.
Hello, Doctor. How are you?
I'm pretty sure it's like Mortal Kombat, where they all have 12 rib
According to the
cages.
information you gave Miss Wilson, you're not married, Mr. Bigelow.
That's right.
Do you have any relatives, family, anyone in San Francisco?
No, no one. I don't know a soul in San Francisco.
Where is your home?
What is this, Doctor? Why all the questions?
You're a
Where
very
my
sick
heart
man,
is,
Mr.
motherfucker.
Sick. But you told me I was in good shape.
Yes, I know. But my preliminary
That is some
examination
serious
concluded-
hair.
You sound as if it's pretty serious, Doctor.
It's extremely serious.
I want you
I'm
to
telling
understand
you,
that we wouldn't
I
tell you
didn't
something like
think
this
the
unless
product
we
was
were
so popular
absolutely
back in
certain.
this time.
Travis,
You must
was
steal
he a
your
former
filtration.
relative of yours?
Well, go
A
on.
long-lost
What is it you
ancestor,
trying to tell me?
perhaps?
Tests reveal the presence in your body of a luminous toxic
Who?
matter.
The guy with the
What is it
head.
exactly? A poison that attacks the vital organs.
Oh, you mean that guy with that head?
Yeah, who's right in the front now with the head and the glass.
I wish there
It's
was
more like
something
Newt
that we could
Gingrich.
do.
Well, I'd say he has hair, but it's more like he has a receding forehead.
This is one of the few poisons of its
Pretty
type
much.
for which there is no antidote.
This is fantastic.
He's got
Most
AIDS.
ridiculous thing. You don't
They didn't have
very
an
long.
antidote for AIDS back then.
What do you mean?
He almost said this is fantastic with a
Possibly
happy
week, 2 weeks to the
inflection.
outside. It's hard to say exactly.
Well, this is
As you
impossible. I
know,
don't
this
believe
is where the
You made
height
a
of
mistake.
acting started.
It could be a mistake, couldn't it? You have made a mistake.
Gee Willikers, you made a mistake.
Dr. Schaefer is an authority on toxicology.
Been no mistake, Mr. Bigelow.
There's no mistake, Mr. Bigelow. That 10-inch dildo is still inside of
You're
you.
telling me that I'm dead.
Yes, you must take me
If you can
seriously because I
explain
have a
my life
white
away in
lab
just a
coat
few
on.
words, why, I don't even know who you are. Why should I believe you? You must calm yourself,
Slap
Mr.
him.
Bigelow.
Slap
we
him.
want to offer you every assistance
He's
that we possess.
hysterical.
Who wants your
Slap
assistance? Who wants
him,
anything
or
from you?
masturbate him, or
Phony.
both.
Why, I think you're crazy.
Take his hat.
You're crazy, the both of you. You're crazy.
You're crazy! You're the crazy ones!
Typically, when you run out of a building yelling you're crazy, it's usually not the people you're accusing. Walk, 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 walk. Just take the fucking eagle next time.
Hello, nurse.
Come on, tell me what.
Ah, get off me, dames!
What's the matter with you? Doctor, I want you to examine me.
I first thought that was a black dude, and I was like, there's no way they made a black dude a doctor. And I was just like, no, he's got a massive tan.
I want you to examine me, doctor.
Do a prostate exam.
Yeah, you've
Oh,
got
the
it
lighting's
all
a
right.
little bit better now. Look at all that semen he produced. Oh my god.
What the hell?
That's like a week and a half worth
Couldn't there be some
for me.
mistake?
See, I was. Oh my god!
What
it
the
glows
shit?
in the dark.
It's actually luminous in the dark.
His cum is at a rave.
There's no doubt about it, Bigelow.
Well, there's your problem.
I don't feel sick. My stomach is just a little bit upset. Maybe it's not as bad as you think, Doctor.
That's characteristic. With a heavy jolt, you go suddenly in a matter of hours. But if the stuff is taken in a lesser degree, you last a while, and then...
What on earth would have to get into your blood to make it glow in the dark?
Radiation?
Dun.
Straight, Doctor. Well, a number of things.
Yeah, that
involved.
X-ray
The
fucked him up,
systemic condition
seriously.
of the individual, the
I'm just
amount
gonna set this down
consumed,
here, you know, no
yes.
gloves or anything.
You won't feel too badly
Super
for a while.
sperm.
Then it will happen suddenly. A day,
That
2
is
days,
a ugly
week at
yet
the most.
handsome man.
Yeah, he should be
chiseled
like
features.
classically handsome, chiseled, but his features are all
There's
out
nothing
of
that can be done
proportion,
now.
so he just looks
If you've
like
been caught in time, your
a
stomach could have
mutant.
washed out. But you've had it in you for some
He
time now.
reminds me of
For
the
at least
monkey
12
in
hours,
Dawn
haven't
of
you,
the
Bigelow?
Planet of the
I
Apes.
don't know.
I bet he'd
His
look
mouth is
amazing
as
in a
white as his
gimp
eyes.
suit.
No. Don't you know how you got it?
No.
This is no accident. Somebody knew how to handle that stuff. That wax is tasteless and odorless. The amount of alcohol in your body, you must have got it in liquor.
I was drinking
Yeah.
last night.
Arrange for your admission to the
I
hospital
licked her in the
immediately.
front and poked her in the rear.
First,
You
I'll
got
have
me.
to notify the police. This is a case for homicide.
Homicide?
I don't think you fully understand, Bigelow. You've been murdered.
Dun 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 dun.
You have tainted sperm.
Get me police headquarters, please. Homicide Bureau.
Now you must keep your heart rate up to stay alive. You are Jason Statham.
Yes, homicide? I have glow-in-the-dark cum over here. It's evidence for murder.
Okay, now run. Crazy run.
Why are you running from the doctors, you asshole? You've been told by 2 separate sources that you're going to die.
And you have radioactive cum. You might become a superhero.
And he's just put. I bet you they didn't even tell people they were shooting this. He just ran down the opposite side of the road, like acting like a twat.
Yeah, this is back in the day where you didn't need permits.
Half this film so far has been long shots. First in the hallway, then the jazz club, and then walking, and now running. And then the other third is him shouting, "You're crazy! You're crazy!"
Now we're going to a coat shop. Because if you're going to die, you might as well look well doing it.
Sweet Jesus, has he gone like 10 miles at this point?
Now leaving San Francisco.
Run, Belvedere, whatever the fuck your name was. Run.
Now that I've ran the marathon, I gotta collect myself.
God damn you, son. God. Kick this ball back, or I'm gonna shove it up your ass. Haha, she doesn't love you. She loves another guy. Go die alone.
Oh, you are mean. He just found out he's gonna die. His life
fucking
is
people.
over.
People die every day.
But they don't preempt it.
Sometimes.
It's usually like you have 12 months to live, maybe 16. You never exactly
Sean.
know. This poor bastard knows that he is going to die.
This is nothing. Sean Bean's died like 20 times before movies, and he keeps coming back. You can't kill the Sean Bean, but you can kill this fucker. I bet you he's dead right now.
Product placement!
I think that was the only way these movies got made. Oh, wait a second. That's the same thing that happens now.
That sign!
It's not that. I've seen considerably more racist things in my home.
Well, right, it's not a lynching, but still.
There's still time.
If he keeps running, he might find one.
Woo woo! Can't call that bitch. Yeah, girl. I'm gonna slide my lips down your wrinkled crevices. Oh, you too, baby. Wait a minute, this is a threesome.
Please go away.
Don't lie to me. Where are they?
Begging two old bitches on my bucket list. I'm dying.
They checked out the hotel early this morning.
Checked out.
Please go away.
I'm sorry.
Look, I want you to eat out her, and then
Keep it
I'm
for his
fucking
cell
you in the
phone there.
ass.
Heard the phone, reached in his pocket. Oh, cell phones haven't been invented. Fuck me.
Please, Mr. Bigelow, my eardrums.
Oh, hello, Paula.
Your enthusiasm overwhelms me. Why haven't you phoned me, or is there a quota on telephone calls up there?
I'm
You
sorry.
sarcastic bitch.
I've been busy.
I'll bet you have. Visiting the museum,
With
no
your
doubt.
mom.
What's happening up there that's exciting or different?
Nothing, not a thing.
I'll bet you
Well, I'm dying. I've tried to bang about 4 different chicks since I've been up here, and I saw an actual live black person.
leave right away.
No.
Of course, he wasn't alive for long, but
You could at least make a pretense of missing me.
I'm sorry, Paula. Of course I miss you. Listen, Paula, Paula, it's just that I don't feel like talking now. I'll call you later.
Don't strain yourself. You phone me sometime when you feel more like talking.
Make sure you take a laxative. It'll go down smoother.
Oh, by the way, I called that Mr. Phillips back.
Phillips?
He's coming every
Yes, you
night
know,
to
the man
fuck
that
my
tried to
sweet
reach you.
holes.
Well, I'm afraid you'll never know why it was so important that he speak to you. His office said he died yesterday.
Dun dun dun
Are
dun.
you there?
it's a conspiracy.
Died? When?
Die, die, die,
So you
my
won't have to bother your head about him
darling.
anymore. You can just go ahead and have fun.
This guy likes to walk all over.
Paula.
Die, die, die,
What did he
my
die from?
darling.
Do you know?
I suppose he died from whatever people usually died from.
Well, didn't
A
he kill you?
broken
Don't you
heart.
know?
What are you getting so excited about? You said you didn't even know the man.
Listen, where's his office located?
What difference does it make? You can't talk to him now. I told you the man's dead.
Paula, will you stop talking so much and tell me where his office is?
Ah, shut up, dame!
All right.
Shut up so you can start talking!
It's the Phillips Importing and Exporting Company, Bradbury Building, Los Angeles.
Bradbury Building, Los Angeles.
That's right. Say, this is
That's
really
what she
a switch.
said.
Listen, if you want to reach me, I'll be in Los Angeles.
Are you out of your mind?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Paula. I've got to hurry.
Wait a minute. Where in Los Angeles?
At the Bradbury
The
building! We
Alpha
just
Hotel.
established
Goodbye,
this!
Oh, really? He took a flight. It's not that far from San Francisco to L.A.
You know,
Oh, yeah, he's
back
dying.
in flights where you had nice comfy seats, you could smoke, they got you shit-faced.
Where's the Sabaros? Sabaros? Is he black? Is the elevator guy black? I didn't check. Import and Export Company. Hurry in, get the fuck
I'd
out.
like to see someone in charge here.
What is it in regard
Well, it's a
to?
personal matter. It's quite urgent.
Perhaps Mr. Halliday can help you.
Who's he?
He's our controller. Your name, please?
Bigelow.
Mr. Bigelow to see you.
Send him in.
God, electronics
Go right
were
in.
big back
That
then.
door.
That
What,
barely
she was a
contained
kid?
knowing look.
Mr. Bigelow,
How are you, Mr. Halliday?
You're a little bit close for me, sir. Recognize my personal space.
what can I do for you?
Well, Mr. Phillips phoned my office several times yesterday.
Let me just,
I'd like to find out what it's all
Put
about.
my crotch at base level.
Yesterday?
I know that puts people at
Yeah.
Well, I
ease.
don't understand.
I noticed that.
If he
It's got to
phoned
be an
you, did he tell you what it
intimidation
was
thing.
about?
I think I've seen
Well,
animals
he
do
didn't
that.
speak to me. I wasn't in my office at the time, and he wouldn't tell my secretary.
I'm afraid I can't be of much help, Mr. Bigelow. I've no idea why Mr. Phillips tried to reach you. I'm sorry you had to make the trip for nothing.
How do you know I made a trip? I didn't say anything about making a trip.
Dun,
I merely
dun,
said he
dun.
phoned my office. My office could be here in Los Angeles.
You don't look like a
Miss
Los
Foster.
Angeles person. You look like an asshole.
Yes?
Didn't you mention something yesterday about Mr. Phillips speaking with Mr. Bigelow in San Francisco?
I said that he had phoned Mr. Bigelow's office in Banning, but that Mr. Bigelow was staying at the St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco. I'm sorry you misunderstood me.
Do you know why Mr. Phillips called?
No, I
Slap
don't.
her.
All right, thank you, Miss Foster.
Damn
You can
it.
understand that we've been somewhat upset around here. Now, if you don't mind,
I'm not
Does
going
Mr.
to
Phillips
forget
have a
this,
wife,
you
family?
son of a
Anyone that
bitch.
could help me?
you can't intrude on people at a time like this just to satisfy some curiosity.
It isn't just curiosity.
Then I suggest you wait a week or so.
I can't wait.
Well, I'm sorry you'll have to.
Well, there's always a phone book.
You're a pretty aggressive fellow, Bigelow. Are you quite sure that this is as important as you make it appear to be?
It's important.
Mrs. Phillips lives at the Sunset Arms Apartments.
Thank you.
I needn't tell you she's under a strain.
Is everybody under a strain? It's
I
before
suppose you're
laxatives.
capable of using a little more tact with her than you demonstrated with me.
I think I can handle it. By the way, what was the cause of Mr. Phillips' death?
Suicide. He leaped from the balcony of his apartment.
And I may have to force you to suicide too. Well, I can't read that.
Suicide is never the answer.
It is if you're a 90s rock guy and you do a lot of heroin. Then it's a pretty good idea.
Phillips, Eugene's brother.
No, if you're
I'll
going
make
to
time to
commit
show up.
suicide, there is no reason to not make that a murder-suicide. I mean, get the best bang for the
This is my
buck.
sister-in-law, Mrs. Phillips.
I'll try
Yeah,
to make this as brief as possible, Mrs. Phillips.
I don't know.
I'm afraid I can't be of any help to you, Mr. Bigelow. I haven't the slightest idea why my husband
I
wanted
mean,
to
if nuclear warheads were a little bit more accessible, I could see the benefit.
I guess Halliday covered just about everything.
I thought you were a pacifist.
Did your husband ever mention anything
I
about
am.
Mrs. Phillips? Anything at all?
No.
I mean,
can't
I'm not gonna
recall
lay hands
Eugene
on
ever
anybody.
having mentioned your name.
So you're a long-range pacifist.
Yeah, you know, 50 caliber sniper from the rooftops.
With sarcasm.
I hate to ask you this, Mrs. Phillips.
A little bit.
But it's of vital importance to me.
I should probably say this is not the
Do you know
case
why
because
your husband
NSA
committed
and
suicide?
such.
I could just see you on the adjacent rooftop from your victim. Just so you know, I intend this bullet sarcastically.
Certainly not the most diplomatic person in the world, are you, Bigelow?
That'd be fun.
Dear
Were you a
NSA,
friend of my
please
brother's?
recognize that all of this is satire.
Yes, except Jamie being a big racist.
And Travis being a
Brother
sniper.
did a jam, a pretty bad jam. He was arrested 2 days ago. He sold some iridium to a dealer by the name of Majak.
So far, I've been the
Very
total
random,
angel
very
of the
costly.
trio.
Anyway, the
Yeah,
iridium
you'll
turned out
have
to be
your
stolen.
time.
He was released on bail yesterday, but he faced a pretty stiff prison term.
I'm going to come out and say something about the
Suicide
Jews
by
one of these
Yes, I
days.
know, that's
I'm
what the
going to make
police
sure
feel about
we're recording.
What puzzles me, though, is this crooked deal.
I've
Knowing
actually
Eugene,
played
you wouldn't say he's the type
a
of
Jewish
man to be
person
mixed
like
up in
3 or
anything
4
like that,
times
now,
on
would you?
stage
Told you I never
somehow.
That's right, so you
Racist.
did. Now, what's this all got to do with
Did you
Oh,
have, like,
Jews are so
the,
funny.
the
I'm just gonna pretend like I'm
cheesettes?
one of 'em.
You know,
Well,
the
you must
hat
have
with the
some idea why my
cheesettes
brother
on
was so
it?
desperate to contact you.
I have no
I
idea.
did play the rabbi in Fiddler on the
Not that it'd be
Roof
of such
once.
vital importance to you.
Oh, God, you
You
got to
seem to know
say,
the
fuck
answer to
this
everything
movie.
else.
Sing the
You know
song.
the answer to that
No.
one, too.
Yes.
No.
Oh, come on, I know
Yes.
you. You have pictures and
If I
playbills.
was a rich man.
This was back in high school. I've got Jack
God.
from then.
God damn it, Eric. I'm serious. I'm going to derail this whole fucking thing until you do If I Was a Rich Man.
So would
you have the operator put the score field in my room right away? I'll take it up there.
If I was a rich man.
Well, Eric, if you don't hear well and you don't want
All
that,
day long I do her in the bum. If I were a wealthy man.
Well,
That would have been a better version.
I wouldn't have to buy hookers. Na 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 na.
I can't explain it to you just now, Paul.
We should be watching
I just
Fiddler on
can't
the Roof
explain
right
it.
now.
What's going on?
That's
Frank?
much
You
more
don't even
entertaining
sound
and
like
ridiculous.
Well,
But it's not public domain, is it?
I'm just a little tired.
Yeah,
Paul,
unfortunately
that's
not.
all.
And it's like 2.5 hours long.
But I miss you.
I can hold out a
Oh,
nut for that
Frank.
period of time.
Fiddler on the
can't tell you
Roof
how
is
good it
about
is to hear you say
2
that.
hours
And
and
here I was worrying
25
I'd
minutes
lost my
too long.
charm. When are you coming home, Frank?
Tradition.
Soon, Paul. I'll be home soon.
No, you're not.
I'll
You're
go
gonna
right out and
die,
get
or you're
myself a
already
permanent
dead.
Saudi
One of the
pretty when
two.
you see
Who
me.
cares?
Hey, guess what?
What's
I
up with
found
you
that Phillips
bitches
name
and
in
your
Notario
permanents?
ledger.
Really? Come on. There's other things in the world except your fucking
Yes, of all
hair.
places. I remember now I made the entry myself. You had notarized a paper one morning before I came to work.
What kind of paper was it?
A bill of sale for a George Reynolds made out to Eugene Phillips of Los Angeles.
They're selling
I was
people?
right. We haven't done any business with Phillips, only
It
indirectly.
looks like he
White
has
slavery.
to poo.
A shipment of iridium,
Most of
whatever
these
that
people
is.
do.
Iridium.
You mentioned at the time that
This
this
is a
fellow
very
Reynolds had made
constipated
some
era
kind
in
of a deal
American
Palm
history.
Springs, and he stopped in your office early in the morning on his way north to have it notarized.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, George Reynolds. That was about 6 months ago, wasn't it?
That's right, 6 months ago.
Thanks, Paul. Oh, goodbye.
Hello, operator. Get that number back for me.
Rent a car. Drive yourself. Because this isn't the future and it's not going to drive its fucking self.
Thanks, Google.
Why don't you drive like an asshole in somebody else's car, buddy? Bet he didn't even get the insurance.
I've got to talk to you, Mrs. Phillips.
Please, go away. I want to be left alone.
But I found out why your husband wanted to see me. It was in connection with a bill of sale.
Come in.
Thank you.
Everyone changes
know
their
about
minds
a
and their
man named
moods
George
so
Reynolds?
often in this film.
George Reynolds.
Yes.
Why,
Bunch
that's
of
the man
fucking
my husband
schizos.
claimed sold in the iridium.
And what did Reynolds claim?
Reynolds disappeared.
Yes.
About 2 months
See, that's
ago,
what
my
walking
husband
does
was
for you. If
suspicious
you
that
walk
something
that
was wrong.
much, it just drives you
Since then,
fucking
he tried
batshit
in every
insane.
way to locate Reynolds,
That's
but
why I
could
try
find
a
no
sedentary
trace.
life.
I
It's
don't
worked
get
for
it.
me.
Your husband could have proved he made a legitimate deal by showing the bill of sale he got from Reynolds.
Then there was a bill of sale?
Yes, yes, of course.
This is why I spar
My
with
husband
young
swore there
teenagers
was, but
every
at the
other
time he was
Saturday
arrested,
morning.
he couldn't
I find
find
it
it.
a
It
very
was
good exercise in
mysteriously
sanity.
missing.
Well, then if your husband
And
could
by
have shown proof, it would have
spar,
been George Reynolds
Eric
who would have faced the
definitely
prison time.
means...
Shut
He
up.
was convinced that Reynolds had stolen the bill
We
of
don't
sale.
have to
He
talk
was the
about it right
only
now.
one
I
who had reason
understand.
to eliminate evidence of the transaction.
I appreciate your secrecy.
Thank you,
I would
Mrs.
in no way
Thank you very
take
much.
that any other way than it was actually intended.
Oh, if you'd only come
Ever.
sooner, Mr. Bigelow. My husband might be alive today.
Ever.
There's that sarcastic sniper shot again.
I wouldn't say sarcastic. I'll just say bemused.
The only thing that puzzles me, Miss Phillips, is that you haven't asked how I knew there was a bill of sale.
Oh, I thought he said ass.
We do
Yeah,
need
100
bubble
times.
pipes.
Yeah.
I feel a bubble
get-
pipe could really enhance this experience.
Mr. Holliday isn't in. He should be
I
back
feel a
shortly.
real pipe would be actually good.
I think you're the one who can help
Smoked
me,
a
Miss
pipe in a
Foster.
while.
Mr. Phillips tried to reach someone else before he called me yesterday, didn't he?
Why don't you ask Mr.
And no
Holliday?
kids, that doesn't
Obviously,
mean the
Mr. Harley
drugs.
wasn't
I
here
don't do the
yesterday,
drugs.
or
I
he
don't
wouldn't have had to
support
learn from
them.
you that Phillips called.
Only the
And you're the
pothead,
logical person
loser,
to know who else
hippie,
Phillips
long-haired freaks
I don't believe
do
that's
the
any of your
pot.
business. Mr.
I don't
Yeah.
think you're revealing anything confidential, Miss Foster. I know that he tried to reach somebody else. Mrs. Phillips told
Only
me.
the hippie,
bless
pot-headed,
I don't know what
long-haired
you're after,
freaks
but you're trying to
named
trick me.
Jamie.
Mrs. Phillips didn't tell you a thing.
I do no
Are you
such
aware?
thing unless it's legal
Phillips
in your
knows nothing
state.
about it.
She doesn't. Well, why wouldn't she?
Well, it's
Wait a minute.
decriminalized in yours.
I was talking about George Reynolds. Who did you think I meant? Just who is it that Mrs. Phillips doesn't know
I
about?
told you before, that's none of your
I
business.
think
Alright,
weed
young
is
lady,
for
I'm gonna give you a
pussies.
straight
I go
Phillips
straight for
verdict.
PCP.
Uh-oh, where's this going?
Because he needed me to clear him. Phillips
There's
is
not going to
innocent,
be a
innocent,
slap. They would have done it by
windows.
now.
Just who are you trying to protect, Miss Foster?
Ah, he's
Why
gonna
are you
push
so
her out
afraid
the
to tell
window.
truth?
I'm not protecting anybody.
Oh, really?
I haven't any more to say.
All right, young listen to me. This thing is going to explode wide open.
Get over here, dame.
You got nothing to hide. You better start talking. Or maybe you are mixed up.
No!
Well, then come on.
Mr. Phillips called Marla Rakubian. He went to see her yesterday.
This is going to happen, so you may as well stop fighting it.
She and Mr. Phillips used to be quite friendly, but he hadn't been seeing her
This
for
movie
quite
could
some
use a
time.
rape or two.
The last couple of months, he'd been trying to locate her and finally learned where she lived yesterday morning. When he returned from seeing her, he was terribly upset and excited. That's when he put in the calls for you. When he couldn't reach you, he went home. The last time I saw him alive.
Give me Marla Rakubian's address.
I don't think Mr. Phillips realized I was aware of his friendship with Marla Rakubian, and out of respect for him, I never intended to tell anybody. I had no idea that she had anything to do with the trouble he was in.
I admire your discretion, Miss Foster. You know, you must be pretty friendly with Stanley, Miss Foster. He knew how desperately his brother tried to reach me yesterday, and he wasn't even here at the time.
I think you just
And now
called
you
her
seem
a
to know all
whore.
about what happened in Mrs. Phillips' apartment.
She's very startled.
Seems that way. That or bad
Oh my
acting
god,
would.
this is just one man wanders from house to house, town to town, harassing women.
Go on.
Somebody
Go
should
ahead,
really
go
put a
on.
stop to this.
Going on a trip, huh?
Yes, going away for the weekend.
Sailing for
How
Buenos
is he
Aires
allowed to
tomorrow,
break
some week.
into their houses like that?
Now get out of here.
Who are you going with, George
I don't know, I
Reynolds?
think a swift kick in the nuts would put him in his
I
place.
suppose you've never heard of Eugene Phillips either.
Just who are you? What do you want?
Never mind who I am. Where's Reynolds?
I told you I don't know him. Now will you get out of here and leave me alone?
What an asshole!
Or a standard
Never heard of
1950s
George
male.
Reynolds, huh? And don't try to tell me that this isn't him because I've seen him.
If you think you can scare me, you're crazy.
Look, I know that Phillips came here yesterday. And right after he left, he was
Boo.
pushed out of a 6-story window.
Pushed. Phillips committed suicide.
Your playmate Reynolds murdered Phillips. Then he went up to San Francisco to get me. Because I knew about a certain bill of sale.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're in this right up to your pretty little neck.
I'm not mixed up in anything.
Past your
Get your
juicy
hands up.
thighs,
Drop
your
that picture on the
luscious
couch.
tits,
Turn
and
around.
right below your double chin.
Don't get
You
any
know,
ideas because
I
I'm
would
afraid
not
to use
kick her out of bed for eating cookies,
your
is all
wallet.
I'm saying.
A little bit low with the gun.
Hotel Alex.
Going for insertion here. Well, she didn't take martial arts classes.
All right, now where's Reynolds?
I don't know. I don't know where he is.
Is that what you told Phillips yesterday?
I told him exactly
Why
what I'm
didn't she
telling you. I
shoot
haven't
him in
heard
the
from him in
face?
months.
Yeah? You're mighty careful of the picture of a man you haven't heard from in months.
Because he's the
Messy.
main character, see?
It was a pet name. Do you mind?
Oh, it sounds very cozy, Miss Rakubian. You and Reynolds call each other pet names while you make a sucker out of Phillips.
Phillips made the deal because he wanted it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll bet you aren't above using what it takes to help make him want it. Who's paying
Your
for this
butt.
trip?
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
First-class trip to Buenos Aires
Come
on a
on, you
model
dirty
salary.
whore.
Don't make me laugh. Since you and Reynolds aren't seeing each other anymore, you don't mind if I keep this, do you?
If I were a man, I'd punch your dirty face in.
But I'm just a girl.
No, I really believe you would.
I can see him having a vagina.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Manly vagina.
Your tickets.
I can see her having a penis, and this is a happy time in my head.
Yeah, that seems very realistic.
Don't punch him, lady. Just go in with the elbow to the throat. That would do it.
Or, you could have shot him when you had the chance. Or, like, 10 minutes of it.
Angelo. Angelo!
Damn immigrant workers.
Oh, Angelo. Do you remember taking this picture of George Reynolds?
I take so many pictures, I can't remember them all.
This gentleman is a friend of his and would like his address. We have no card on him.
I don't think we ought to do that.
He's willing to pay $20 for it.
Oh, fuck.
That's the paper we used last year.
Of course, you understand, we usually don't give out the information about our clients. I know, you're a couple of high-class
I'm going to trust someone in our audience to adjust that for inflation and tell us exactly how much that would be worth today.
Of course.
Considering the American economy, I'm going to say
I knew
$3.50.
you'd come through.
Got it? Here it is. We don't have his address. He must have called for the picture.
But he couldn't have been a very good friend of
Stiff
yours,
him on the
mister.
$20.
Of course, his name is not George Reynolds.
It isn't. Well, what is it?
It's huh?
Eh?
It's Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
It's Raymond Rakubi.
Rakubian.
Cool, yeah.
What's so
Oh,
unusual
my
about
God.
that? The picture signed Ray, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like he's about to come. Yeah.
Yeah.
Photographic Studios. These things will be around forever.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Oh, he put his gun in his suit pocket. That's probably smart.
whoever it is, they're a terrible shot.
They really are. I mean, come on, they could get JFK in one shot. I'm sure they could get this guy.
He's not even attempting to go for cover.
This is like me playing Gears of War. You know what, man? They're shooting at me. Who fucking cares?
He's just going all Leroy Jenkins up in this bitch.
Oh, God. Why is that still funny after so many years? But it's so goddamn funny. Looks like they're making booze in there.
I took a few samples with me.
I don't know, it's kind of dusty in there. There's probably a lot of bacteria, which affects the yeast, which overall makes for a flat beer.
Could be a distillery, though.
It is possible. I'm going to say it's a child work enslavement sex camp. Sure, you know, don't look or anything, just shoot.
I'm amused that the gunman dropped a barrel.
Yeah, maybe it's Donkey Kong. That'd be entertaining. Do 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 boing. There's really no subtlety in this at all.
And yet more walking and or running.
Surprise. I'm just going to re-edit this entire movie where it's just the walking, running bits.
Well, those are the best parts.
Oh no. He's at the jazz club. He left a card for some reason.
It was a matchbook, I think.
Yeah, you know, whatever. Oh my goodness. The dramatic music. The door closed.
Wasn't this a mission in L.A. Noir?
Probably. Is he lying? No, you're wrong. Is he lying? Yes, no, you're wrong. Is he lying? Maybe? You're still fucking wrong. Fuck you, L.A. Noir. Yes, let's run after somebody who's been trying to kill you. What a great idea.
Bigelow, are you all right? Can I get you anything?
No, thanks. Do you know this man?
No.
Oh, so this is the first time he's out of fucking
Are you
breath.
sure you've never seen him?
I'm quite sure.
Is the name Raymond?
Well, this is a
Rakubi
man,
anything
so
to
he
you?
can show weakness.
No, I never heard of him. Why?
He also
the
uses
40s.
the name George Reynolds.
He
This
might
is
be known
Reynolds?
as a commie
That's right.
or
Where
a
can we find him?
homosexual.
That's what I want to know. Tell me something, Halliday. You're the controller here. How come you didn't know about that bill of sale?
Phillips made that deal before I came to work here.
Yeah, but you still keep records, don't you?
For some reason, which is none of my business. Phillips preferred to keep that among his personal papers. Now, does that answer your question? You came in here today asking for some information that you needed, and I tried to be as cooperative as I could. But now you're beginning
I've
to
been
annoy
over.
me.
Spread my ass
Well,
cheeks.
get out
And
before
you
I
just
throw
shit
you
all
out.
over me.
You know, you really frighten me.
Kiss him. Kiss him. Damn it. This is why I need to be a director. Because no interesting things happen in movies when I watch them. If I directed them, they would happen. A lot of boners and boobies.
You could just splice in porn into various scenes of different movies.
That's a good idea, the Tyler Durden method. Except one frame is too small. I say about 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Time you showed up, Bigelow.
Gone with the Wind would be so much better with hardcore pornography.
You do know that there is definitely at least 5
Real
porn
cute,
versions
ain't
of Gone with the Wind out there.
Smaller than lose much time
Yeah,
getting a
but
hold of
you
guys,
know,
did you?
there's not as much subtle racism in it.
Look at him. He can't take it.
Play the
Soft
song,
in
Sam.
belly.
Play it yourself, honky.
You do that again, and
plus,
I'll
most
beat
of
your
those
face.
renditions of Gone with the Wind involve fart porn.
Who asked you?
I used to find fart
Let him
porn
answer, the
funny.
clerk might know he's dead.
Not so much anymore.
Go ahead.
I neither found it funny nor arousing.
I mean, I could probably jerk off to it. Yeah, but I could jerk off to anything.
Frank,
I
why
mean,
did
Faces
you hang
of
up on me?
Death
I've
was
been
a
trying to get you for
natural
hours.
masturbatory aid
Sorry,
in the-
Paula.
back in the
I
good
mean,
old
and
days.
after that, I mean, you do the natural thing and move on to Roadkill.
That's what I had to say. I wanted to tell you
I wonder, this has had to have happened. We have a very weird society where people do weird things. Somebody has definitely fucked the wound of a roadkill body. And probably gotten off on it. Not saying it's me. I'm not saying that.
And I'm not saying it's
somebody,
me.
Somebody probably has.
Right, Eric?
And might.
Probably not me though.
Sure.
Seeing as how dead things tend to skeeve me out.
Pussy.
I'm not
You
drunk.
know, if it's still warm, I can understand it a bit more. It's when it starts to rot and decompose and things are going to get colder. I mean, just naturally, the heat of the body is going to release through whatever wound or multiple wounds. And then it's going to get cold. And just like a slice of pizza, it's not that bad when it gets cold, but it's always better when it's warm.
Now, here's the thing.
Please come home.
Just like when you have one guy in the pussy and one guy in the ass, and how that enhances it for both of the men because they're grinding against each other as they're going through, and it's totally not gay because balls are not touching.
They could be, though.
But with cadavers, if they go on for long enough, you have the maggots that wriggle and writhe and just add so much to the sensation.
I don't like the idea of a maggot being lodged in my urethra. There's something
And
about
stay
that
away
that's
from
not appealing.
Japanese porn.
You don't know, Chester.
Did you get the picture?
Well, I mean, I can watch it from afar.
So speaking of necrophilia, we're watching a movie, huh?
That's right.
Not really. I'm thinking about fucking Roadkill. I mean, if somebody would
Well,
fuck Roadkill.
no, I mean, speaking of necrophilia, I'd fuck most of these actresses. I'm pretty sure every single one of them are dead.
Oh, you certainly made a sucker out of
Yeah.
What is it, Mr. Bigelow?
These people are all
On your
ghosts.
mind.
I'm looking for Raymond Rakubian.
Now, under the same circumstance, if the body, whether human or otherwise, has cooled off, how long do you think you'd have to pop the bit in the microwave to get it up to appropriate freshness?
What is on your mind?
I think you'd want it on a defrost setting, because you wouldn't want to take the risk of it
I'm looking
getting
for Raymond Rakubian.
unevenly heated and getting, like, really hard in certain places.
Can't take it.
But that takes so long sometimes. Sometimes you're just not in the mood to wait.
I
I
think
guess you could
it's
put
a
it
case of
under the broiler.
necrophilia. You're not going to get a corpse very often.
Speaking of corpses, we might have one
Yeah.
on our hands.
Well, yeah, corpses, I don't know. See, my biggest issue with necrophilia is in a lot of cases, unless you know somebody who works in a morgue, there's a lot of digging. And in all honesty, that much physical activity is really just going to turn me off by the time I actually reach the body. And you never know. If you didn't do your proper research, it could already be bones. There could be no usable flesh left. And I can't imagine spending my weekends that way.
Did he just cock knock him with the gun?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
But you know, I don't know. I mean, if you did your appropriate research, if you really looked in the obituaries, you would find out when somebody's getting buried. You would naturally be able to go in there at least a night, 2 nights afterwards. It's not going to be decomposed enough to where you can make your own holes, because I'm sure that's loads of fun. But you can use the already set up holes.
Wouldn't
And
it
I
just
can
be
imagine-
easier to get a job as a funeral director?
But that involves going to school, knowing somebody. Somebody's eventually going to find
But
out.
if you
and you
want
have
to
to kill
fuck
them or bribe them.
corpses, you're going to have that interest.
Well, I'm not saying that's the only thing you do. You could be into bondage as well. You could
Taxidermy.
be into missionary. Bunch of fucking freaks, if you ask me. But
Yeah, going for missionary? Like, who the fuck does that?
who the fuck am I? A Catholic nun? I'm not going in for missionary. There's probably something happened in the movie. It's death. We're on topic.
Is it true that somebody made an attempt on your life?
When did
Jackson is
Oddjob
that?
get here?
I had no reason to kill you. Believe me. What do you mean you had no reason? I notarized a certain bill of sale. You notarized
Of
the
my
bill
death.
of sale for Reynolds, not Rocobia. What I told you was true. I had no reason to kill you.
Is this like Harry Potter where he sees Dumbledore?
Under other circumstances, you could go home.
No, this
now.
is much more gay than Dumbledore was.
Now you present a problem. You know too much, and I am in danger. Chester! Suppose I were able
Is
to
this
prove
like
to you that I only
Scarface
want to
after
find the
about
person
40
who tried to
dozen
kill me,
donuts?
and I won't cause you any trouble.
Say hello to
You know,
my
I can go
heart
to jail
disease.
for 10 years for this little business.
Oh, this
10
is
years.
Scarface runs a marathon.
My age, that's my life. That means my entire life. With my
It can't
life,
be
I
Scarface.
should
He
not
doesn't have
take
enough
chances.
shotgun
And
wounds.
son, believe me. You want Joe to go with you?
The only part about that movie I like is the shower chainsaw scene. After that, I get very bored.
I didn't know this movie had a shower chainsaw scene.
Forgive me.
Well, this one definitely should.
I guess you won't be there to see me off.
Because they're going to kill him. Do you think there's a moral issue if you're a pet owner, a cat or dog, and you do decide to have sex with roadkill of the same type of pet that you own? Now, I'm not trying to make this weird. You're not going to fuck your pet. Your pet
But
is
you're
your
gonna
best friend.
power through it.
Look, hear me out. I love cats. I really do. I have 3
You
cats.
love Pat.
But I don't know. I think that I would be betraying their trust if I just picked up a random cat on the side of the road and just started sticking my genitals in it. I really believe that there might be some jealousy there. And I love my cats. I think they're great. I would fuck them, but I respect them as individuals.
Yeah, but you come home smelling of another pussy.
Yeah, I mean, rotted pussy as well. They're going to definitely smell that on me. I don't know. I might have to do a little bit of soul searching and praying. Maybe go to a priest. See what I can figure out.
Motorcycles, oh no.
God, motorcycle gangs of the 40s were fucking horrible. Sons of Anarchy? No, we're Sons of Sunshine and Joy.
This guy has some great crazy eyes going on.
And
Yeah, I like his
crazy
teeth as
mouth
well.
and crazy
It's
teeth.
almost Busey-like. I'd say this is Busey's great-great-grandfather. Removed twice. God, look at those pedals.
It's an absolutely beautiful car.
Takes longer when you get it in the belly. It's nice and slow.
I like this
That's the way I
guy.
want to see you go, Bigelow. Nice and slow.
Nice and slow, huh?
Yeah.
He's going to be a gentleman and put it in 1 inch at a time.
There's not really many other ways of doing it.
Oh, they're playing
Oh my
footsie.
god. More running. I haven't seen Taxi follow that car yet. I'm kind of surprised. I was expecting to see that 25 times by this time in the movie. Film sale, 4 rolls, $1. Yes, I would like some Viagra. Well, sorry, that's not a thing yet.
It
Oh,
always
damn it, I'll
smells.
never get my dick to work. Ominous shadow in a phallic way. Those boxes were empty. That wouldn't have pushed them over. Well, I do say. I like this guy. I want to see a movie just about him. Oh, come on, really? I'm sorry. A
Why is
half-
everyone such a terrible shot in this movie?
Well, the cop's not bad. Crazy Eyes is just fucking half blind.
Well, he was always looking to the left and the right, never able to focus or aim.
Yeah, you know, his teeth probably, the reflection of those, it's hard to see through.
Why would you give someone like that a gun?
Why wouldn't you give someone like that a gun? That's just
It was the
hilarity
40s.
waiting to happen.
His tie's undone. He just looks like a fucking slob now. Is that Paula, or is that one of his other whores?
Frank, are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right, Paula, but what are you doing here? How
Okay,
did
it's
you get
Paula.
here?
Freddie Ross flew me down. I had to come. I had to see you.
You shouldn't have come, Paula. You shouldn't have.
What is it, Frank? You're in some kind of trouble. I know it. Look
I
at you.
flew in
You're
from
beside your clothes.
New
Look at
York,
you.
and
You're
boy, are
sick.
my labias tired.
Are you ill?
Oh, there was a
You
less
are.
than stealthy cut there.
All right, Paula, and I'm not in any trouble, believe me.
You're lying.
I wasn't even
Frank.
the
Right after I
lazy
spoke to
Albert
you, I got a phone
Hitchcock
call
have
from
somebody
the
walk in front of the
San
camera
Francisco
cut.
police. They asked if I knew where you were.
You didn't tell them anything, did you?
Of course
Christ,
not.
her hair
It
is
was a
shiny.
homicide detective that called.
Yep.
What is it, Frank? If you're in any kind
It's
of
like the
trouble,
lights
you certainly
follow
can
her
trust
hair.
me.
Look, I'm not in any trouble with the police.
I'm
Paula,
terrified
believe
of her being near an
You can't
open
stay here. You gotta
flame.
go back to Banning right away.
No,
I
won't go,
want it.
Frank, I won't. I'm staying here with you.
In fact, I wonder
Better
if
that you
her
go back, believe me.
hair is the
What's
lighting
all
setup
about?
for this movie.
What have you got to do with it?
Could be. It's just reflectors fucking stapled to her head.
Phillips was murdered.
So you're saying she put bicycle clips in her hair, and that's why it's shiny?
You've notarized hundreds of papers.
I
No,
know, I
I'm
know.
just saying
All I
that
did
she
was
took a
notarize
stapler
one little paper, one
and put
little paper out of
reflectors,
100.
which not reflectors like you put on a bicycle, but reflectors that you would use. Eric knows, he's also a guy of photography, that you reflect the light to where you don't get harsh light, you get a much
Oh,
more
don't be
soft light.
frightened, Paula.
A reflector disc.
Don't ever be frightened of anything again. Will
Yeah.
you promise me that?
My cat peed on mine, so I don't have one anymore.
Well, you do, but it smells of cat pee.
Until I loved you.
Well,
Sometimes
somebody
when I used
does.
to be
I threw it
afraid that
away.
You weren't sure how you felt. I tried to hold back, but I couldn't.
So China.
Losing you would have been losing everything.
Probably.
There would have been nothing left.
Don't, Paula, don't.
Don't, Paula.
Now I'm afraid again. Somehow I feel that I'm going to lose you, but there's nothing I can do about
Don't
it.
go,
I feel so
darling.
helpless. You're leaving me out of something. Tell me, Frank, what is it? Give me a chance to fight back. Just give me a chance, please. You do love me, don't you?
Oh, yes, Paula, I love you. I never was more certain of anything in my life. I wasn't sure before. I was a little blind, I guess, but believe me, I'm sure now. Can you understand that, Paula?
You're fucking dying. You have nothing to lose by saying it, you asshole.
Yeah, just tell her how much of a cunt she really is.
But it can make him realize how much someone means to him, how much he really
Baby,
loves.
get on my fuck stick and let's ride the night away.
More than I ever thought it
Babe.
I got my quota, cunt and fuck stick. You're
Why
welcome.
won't you tell me about
Baby, I'm dying, and I want you to know that before I go, I fucked your sister
You don't want my
several
And mine.
times.
Paula, there's nothing you can do.
Every time I cried out your name.
Please. No, Frank.
And second
I won't
cousin.
go. I know you're in trouble. I can't leave you like this.
All right, Paula, look, wait for me in the lobby of the hotel, and I'll be back for you soon. I
And your
promise.
lunch lady from
you
ninth
sure?
grade.
I promise. Is that a new outfit?
Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And now his hands are flammable from touching her hair.
Yep. As
You'll
well
come
as
back to me, won't you, Frank?
Yes, Paula, I'll come back, I promise.
Please hurry, darling. Oh, I love you.
I love you, Paula.
It's a good job they didn't have cell phones then, because every time someone called them, they'd spontaneously combust.
Yeah, I read that on the gas pumps. Don't use your cell phone or you'll blow up the world. I still do, because I like a little bit of anarchy in my life. Achoo.
So sad.
Such a cheap joke, but I like that. The end. Ah, shit.
No,
The final chapter.
this goes
Oh, that
on for
wasn't very
another,
nice.
like, 10 agonizing minutes.
Get in. I'll get Stanley on the phone. Tell him to come over here right away. Use any excuse you want.
Do some rough fondling
going
or
to do?
something.
What was Stanley going to do when he used me for a clay pigeon today?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't act
They-
innocent with
oh
me. I
yeah,
told her
clay
that once.
pigeon.
I
You
don't know
throw
what
those
you
things
mean.
and
I
then
told
shoot
you
them.
everything you wanted to know this morning.
But knowing how these
You
people
told me
shoot in
just
here,
now,
they'd
so I
never
get
hit a clay
sidetracked. You
pigeon.
would know that Stanley was the one I was after.
Stanley. Oh, no.
You and Stanley have been together on this from the start. Now, come on, get on that phone and call him.
That bitch's eyes be all wide and shit.
Uh-oh.
He's got the shits. Somebody finally got to take a poo in their
It was
pants.
the poor bereaved little widow who did it.
We had the same
I
curry.
found this letter this afternoon. It's in my brother's desk at the office.
And don't worry, I'm
Mark,
holding
2
this
years ago.
up against my
It's
diuretic
exactly the kind of
stomach.
a letter that a married woman gets from a casual
Kind of
friend.
use it to wipe.
I'm sure my brother wasn't aware that they were so well acquainted when he hired Halliday.
What's the matter with him?
He hasn't felt right since dinner.
Where did he have dinner?
At Mrs. Phillips' apartment, Halliday was there too, and Stanley confronted them with that letter.
Do you have anything to drink?
Here's why.
How long ago?
Half an hour ago, just before I came here.
Miss Foster, get on the phone, call the emergency hospital. Have them get an ambulance over here right away.
What?
Tell them to prepare a stomach wash for luminous poisoning.
Luminous poisoning?
Come on, do what I tell you. You may still have a chance to save his life. Go on!
This guy, he just seems to live to manhandle women at every turn.
Yeah, the good old days.
I found George Reynolds, Mrs. Phillips. He's been dead for 5 months.
And he didn't steal the bill of sale.
No, he didn't, but you could have stolen it.
How dare you?
You knew who I was when I came here today. But you were surprised to see me alive, weren't you? But I'm not alive, Mrs. Phillips. Sure, I can stand here and talk to you. I can breathe and I can move. But I'm not alive. Because I did take that poison. And nothing can save me.
Oh, somebody's getting thrown off the balcony.
No, you've got to listen to me. You've got to give me a chance.
But I didn't have a chance.
Don't bitch out,
It was
buddy.
Halliday. Believe me, it was Halliday. He made me steal the bill of sale. He planned everything.
What about this letter? Your husband knew about you and Halliday.
He found it only yesterday. He accused Halliday. They fought, and Halliday pushed him over this balcony.
And why me? Why did he want to kill me?
Because you could have proved there was a bill of
he
sale. That my husband had no reason to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Halliday was desperate. After he killed my husband, he found out about the phone calls to you. He thought you spoke to him, that you knew enough to involve him.
Uh-oh.
That's a fancy suit.
Here comes the Goon Squad.
What you
Where's
doing?
Halliday? Where is he?
He's just
Where
gone.
is he?
This time you don't walk him.
A closet that locks from the outside? What?
I don't think there was really a lock there. I was kind of taking a look, and he's just in there, being subservient.
That's not very effective.
Here, go in this closet and count to 20.
It is, but you have to put in 10 years worth of mental abuse first.
Now, I don't want you coming out of that closet till you smoke this whole carton of cigarettes. I do like that suit and hat. I'm gonna get one of those.
Pretty snazzy looking.
Yeah, I can dig it. I go to the Black Jazz clubs, do a little bit of cocaine, act like a crazy asshole, pretend I'm dying and barge into people's houses.
Harass an awful lot of women.
Well, that's kind of par for the course. Running. Oh, a hearse. Is that a hearse? I think it's a
Now
hearse.
we are driving.
Look at those white walls. They don't really do that anymore. They should. That's fancy.
And now a bus.
I want the next 10 minutes to be, okay, it's going to be 35 cents exact change. I'm sorry, I don't have change. Well, you're going to have to wait here until you give me 35 cents change. Everybody's wearing hats there except him. It's a conspiracy. America didn't land on the moon.
They'll never find me on a bus with a planned route.
Everybody in this movie does have hats. I'm just coming to this realization. I need a hat. Where's my hat?
There he is. He's the guy without the hat.
No, not the old lady. She has a hat.
Don't look at them, you dipshit.
Hey, how you doing? Doing pretty good? Okay.
Uh-oh, I hope they didn't see me. Oh, did they see me? Oh, shit. Yep, they saw me. God damn it.
I love that grin. She's like, hey, we're going to kill you or fuck you. We haven't figured out which one yet. Is he going to stop the bus? He's going to stop the bus. He's going to go in front of it. Oh, there's a copper. Okay, you might want to distract the cop or something. If you're about to go kill people. Yeah, get off the bus. You non-hat wearing motherfucker. Hat. Where's he at? Hat.
Hey,
hat.
where did he go?
Come on, Vincent, break it up.
These are horrible criminals.
Come on.
Look, it was 1950. You cannot judge the quality of the movie based upon modern standards. It's a fucking miracle that they had electricity and cameras.
Oh, look, the motorcycle gang went right by the cop. All right, you fine gentlemen. What are you doing this evening? Raping and pillaging? Okay. Make sure you're in by 9. Yeah, that running finally caught up to him. I told you, exercise, working out, so overrated. Just make you fall down the third act. Oh, it's the ascot man. I hope it's an ascot. He's going to turn around here in a second. It's not going to be an ascot, and I'm going to be very upset. Nope.
It's just a very distasteful coat collar.
Damn it. Well.
Distasteful or stylish as fuck. Maybe he's just pimping.
Are they still being on those piano things from Big? Every step was ding, 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 ding. I'm sure you've got... Yeah, there you go. What the fuck? Really? Oh my god, there's a camera there. Let me shoot it.
Swirlies. Swirlies.
I've got the golden ticket. There's no way his hair would be kept up that nice. He hasn't bathed. He hasn't brushed his hair. I don't think he's even taken a shit yet, which he's got to be really constipated by now.
He has been doing nothing for several days but running around harassing women. I'm pretty sure they've given him like a shave and a shower, and a home-cooked meal, some strong coffee, piece of pie.
That's really the American dream, though, isn't it? Running around, harassing women, pie.
I think I'll go harass some women this weekend, actually, now that you mention it.
You probably should. You're the only single one among us.
Yeah.
The fact that you're not doing it right now speaks poorly of your character.
I'm here with you assholes.
Yep. Not a tit among the three of us.
Call the morgue.
I, for one, appreciate your tits, Travis.
So do I.
Johnson, you go to the Allison Hotel. Find Paula Gibson. Don't tell her.
Milk 'em for me, baby.
And our main character is dead.
Shall I make out the report on him, Captain?
Yay.
Oh, wait, no. I missed it.
Better make it dead on arrival.
Ah, there it is.
That's the name of the movie. Report a missing person. Oh my goodness. So that's what D.O.A. means. Oh my goodness, I was going this whole time. Is it dumb old assholes? Is it Dumbo over... whatever. I'm not going to try to make up stupid jokes. So that was a movie. The medical facts in this motion picture are authentic. This toxin is great for you. It tastes wonderful with a dry martini. Edmund O'Brien. I want to see when he died.
There's someone who's just called Kitty.
Back in the day, you could do that. If you name your child Kitty now, it's just straight up porn actress. There's no other way. Maybe stripper. More than likely porn actress. So we watched a movie.
We did.
Yeah.
Was it as good for you?
No. If there was more abuse, I could have probably masturbated to it.
Yeah, there either needed to be significantly less or far more.
More.
Well, that was
So,
a
yeah.
movie film.
That was. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I really enjoyed the part where they talked about necrophilia.
I liked the bit where he was fucking Roadkill.
Yeah, you know. It's not bad. I have to admit it. Initially, I was very apprehensive to watch this. Not my standard fare. It had both the black and the white. It was missing the colors. But after all the misogyny, all the weird sexual abuse that obviously the main character did before he was D.O.A, which is Dead on Arrival, yeah, there was a bunch of horribleness there. And I enjoyed it. Good for the whole family. I give it a 3 out of 10. Would hump again.
Travis, I've told you
Yes.
before, you can't just have old movies in white.
Well, look. That one practically was. Except a brief intermission. To where it totally showed black people in a very honorable way. How progressive the 40s were.
Okay, so, outro?
Outro indeed. So, hi guys. We watched Dead on Arrival, and so did you. Aren't you proud of yourself? Now you've seen a movie made by people that are all dead now. Think about that while you go to sleep tonight. Everybody you saw tonight, totally dead. Probably of miserable diseases. A lot of them STDs and drug-related. Because back in the day, there were a lot of diseases. And people in Hollywood all banged each other. But until next time, I want to let you know, we're thinking of you while we watch these movies. We're thinking of you and we're touching ourselves. But with that being said, this has been Soapbox Heroes Go to the Movies. And I have been your host, Travis McKeithen.
I have been your host, Eric Olson.
And I have been your host, Jamie Goulding.
So go play with your assorted bits, watch old movies, and talk about fucking Roadkill. Good night.